watch this, most of your significance will be celebrated in the shadows. If you're looking to have a life of significance, can I just tell you this? Your name may never be in lights. There are some people who may never know who you are, but most of where you will find your significance in life is when you're serving in the shadows. I see you school teachers, I see you grinding, I see you over here trying to educate our children, and nobody appreciates you sometimes, but your significance will be found in the shadows. I see you police and firemen and military. I see you sometimes nobody knows who you are. You serve diligently, and your significance sometimes is found in the shadows. I see you stay-at-home parents when everybody thinks that you're just raising your kid because you don't want to go to work, but your significance is found sometimes in the shadows. I see you those who are retired and you moved on to a next phase of your life and you don't know what to do with your life and you're figuring out how you're significant. I see you because your significance can be found in the shadows. I see you teenagers where you're grinding and hustling, you're facing a culture that is against Jesus Christ and you're trying to do the best that you can and nobody knows who you are, but you're trying to share Jesus with your friends. Your significance will be celebrated in the shadows. Here's a girl who served diligently and nobody knows her name, but we know Naaman's name because of her. Everybody is not going to be a Naaman, but I got to tell you, Naaman always needs a nobody. And I love that she serves diligently with a huge heart for people and a huge leap of faith, and she becomes somebody who is celebrated in the shadows. Here's another point for my note takers. The majority of your service will be spent spotlighting, watch this, the Savior. Okay, some of y'all missed that because she said, I wish that my master would go and see the prophet. If you keep reading the story, it talks about how Naaman goes down there and, Naaman, who's struggling with his own self-significance, who he thinks he's better than what he really is. He gets down there. Some of you read this story before. Elisha tells him, go dunk yourself in the Jordan River. And Naaman's like, the Jordan? That's like the nastiest river around. You can't find like some clean water for me to dip myself in. And he says, I'm not doing all that because I think I'm somebody. My name is too great. And then somebody says, look, if you want to be healed, you want to be whole, you might just want to do what he's saying because, quite honestly, you're the one who has the issue. He's just trying to help you out. Naaman goes on to do what he says, but I want you to see this. It is such a beautiful picture and foreshadowing, watch this, of the beauty of baptism. Being dunked in the water and coming up and being spiritually cleansed from all the things that have been causing you to struggle with your self-worth and your significance, being cleansed of the sins that have caused you to struggle. And the moment that Naaman was able to get over himself, he was put into the water and he was cleansed of all the things that caused him to struggle with whether or not his name was great or not. And it's only because, watch this, there was a servant girl who we don't even know her name who pointed him to a place where he can be saved, watch this, from himself. Okay, some of y'all missed that. Because our significance is found in the fact that our job, whether somebody knows you or not, is to spotlight a Savior who can take people's lives, who can take people who struggle with their past, who can take people who struggle with their sins, who can take people who struggle with their significance and point them to a place where they can be made whole in Jesus. And you don't have to know who I am. If I die and go to heaven tomorrow, I pray that even though my name may never be in lights, I have spent my life spotlighting the Savior. That's what it's all about.